Are you a heavy reader?
I am. I am. Probably not as much as I should. I still subscribe to several magazines, and I encourage people to do that. And here's why: these things are only going to give you what you want.
Yeah.
Right. You're not going to see a lot of long form, interesting deep dives into issues. So I subscribe to Time, GQ, Vanity Fair, and The Atlantic, which I think is the best magazine out there. And I encourage people to get a magazine, because when you flip through, you're going to find something that surprises you, right? You're going to, oh, well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
And while I can't spend a lot of time reading, and if you ask my wife, there are magazines all over the house with pages flipped down to where I left off.
Yeah.
Right? So if I've got an hour or something, I'll just pick up and maybe read one article.
Right.
But I don't learn, like right now, I don't learn what I need to know about the war in Iran from TV or from my phone. I need to go to Time Magazine and say, okay, give me the deep dive in this. Now, when I find something, I might get a link and send it out to somebody. Say, hey, you should check this out. Check this out. But so yes, I'm a reader, and I don't read as many books as I should. Right. But I always tell people, stay curious, keep reading, never stop learning.
You know, it's interesting that those three companies you mentioned, and I'm curious about just the Stanford juice, right? So part of the beauty of going to Stanford is they talk about the alumni and the opportunities that you'll be able to have once you graduate. Because you didn't mention, and I'm pretty sure that there were local newspapers or opportunities that were there. Like you mentioned some behemoths. So do you feel like being a Stanford alum helped with some of those opportunities that you were able to navigate? Because you got fluent. That's kind of like, a visit, an NIL deal. Like I feel like you are and were ahead of the curve in regards of especially Black journalists that were being recruited. So do you think the Stanford degree did help with that a little bit?
So I left out one part of the journey. When I did get out of school, I got 2 job offers.
Okay.
One was from Sports Illustrated. The other was from the Tulsa Daily World newspaper. Now, I had been an intern there the prior summer. So I went back home, interned for the Tulsa World, and then when I graduated, they offered me a job. I would have been the first African-American reporter at the World, and this was 1978. But Tulsa World, Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
I was gone. Mom was very, very disappointed. I said, Mom, I'll let somebody else make that history.
Yeah.
I'm out. So to your point, you talk about the Stanford juice. The Stanford juice is exposure to possibilities. Even today, and I think Nadia, my wife, would tell you this when she's been around me when I'm with my Stanford folks, we're always excited for each other and learning from each other.
Right.
And what are you doing? And they're doing big stuff.
Right.
And solving big problems.
Right.
I mean, part of the educational process at Stanford, and I love this, it wasn't going on when I was there, but it's cross-sectional. So one of the things, they have a project where they'll take 4 or 5 people from different departments. Take an engineer, a medical student, an arts student, an athlete, etc. This semester, here's a problem, go solve it. It might be a transportation system in another country. It might be something in a city, a sewer system or something. So you bring all these different people together who come at an issue from different perspectives. One's more artistic, one's more mathematical, one's more humanistic. Right. But they all have to come together to solve a problem.
Yeah.
A big problem.
Yeah.
And so I think that the juice is the level to which you are challenged to. I mean, they say it. We want to produce people who change the world. Right. I mean, that's the mission statement, right?
Right. Well, yeah. That's self-explanatory, right?
In whatever way you want to do it. You could be an artist. You could be an athlete. You could be an engineer. You could be an investment banker. So it doesn't matter. That is the DNA. That's why you're here. And so that never leaves you. So you build this ecosystem of people who just push you, encourage you, and who are proud of you, right? And then who say, hey, have you ever thought about starting a magazine? Oh, have you thought about investing in this? I learned about investments from from a classmate we were like 5 years out of college, and I had just started in the stock market. I didn't quite know what I was doing. And I bought this new company called Home Depot. And I saw Mark at our reunion, and I knew he was an investment banker.
Yeah.
And something happened, and Home Depot had dipped.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, Mark, what's going on? Home Depot's down, it's down 15%. Da, 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 da. Should I sell? He said, has anything happened to Home Depot when you go in? Is there? No, it's the same. He said, dude, Home Depot's on sale. He said, if there's a suit you want, you wait for it to go on sale. It's the same suit.
Right.
You wait for it to go on sale. He said, Home Depot's on sale.
Right.
So I was like, go get some more.
That's good. That's good.
Go get some more.
Right.
So you learn those little tricks again because you're in the room.
That's right.
With people who are doing that. So it's a fun group to continue to be around. Unfortunately, I left Stanford right before Silicon Valley happened. Steve Jobs was still in his little garage somewhere. Hewlett Packard was in a garage somewhere in the late 70s. They were there, but nobody knew they were there. It was about 10 years later when a Stanford graduate named Jerry Yang started Yahoo, and things began to take off. So missed that one.
Oh, that's good.